Hi, I'm Dr. Chloe Carmichael, author of Nervous Energy Harness the Power of Your Anxiety. I wanted to just take a moment and share with you why I wrote this book. So, I'm a clinical psychologist, and after having my office open in Manhattan for more than 5 years and working with tons of really successful, driven New Yorkers, I started to realize that there was kind of a common thread that all of these driven type A people would all come in with anxiety. A lot of them had anxiety. And I noticed a lot of them seemed a little bit attached to their anxiety. They would say, well, I'm a little OCD, or oh, I'm kind of a worrywart. And they wanted help with their anxiety. But at the same time, again, I felt like they had this little attachment to it. They were aware that on some level, all of that double checking and extra preparation and being on point was actually helping them to a certain degree. And I found that before they would really accept my help of how to manage anxiety, I first needed to let them know that I really do get it, that there is some positive aspect, right? Which I came to call nervous energy, which is that little extra zing, that little extra boost that Mother Nature gives us through anxiety, right? So a person with no anxiety wouldn't, for example, look both ways before they cross the street. So there are certain ways where anxiety actually really is helpful to us. But the trick is that we need to learn how to use and manage and harness that extra boost of anxiety for a constructive purpose, because the healthy function of anxiety is to stimulate preparation behaviors. That's what psychologists know. So when people come to a psychologist saying, help me to get rid of my anxiety, we would say, not so much. That would be almost like trying to just get rid of all your body fat, right? We don't want too much of it, but we also don't want too little of it. We want to find that sweet spot and learn how to use it for its constructive purpose. And that is what nervous energy, harness the power of your anxiety, teaches people to do. And I knew that a book about how to do this would actually probably be very successful, because people with anxiety do often really benefit from self help, because people with anxiety do have that extra level of conscientiousness, a little extra attention to detail. They can follow directions, they'll finish reading the book, they'll do the homework, they just want the tools. And so that's why I eventually came to realize that maybe not everybody has the schedule or the budget or even the need for individual sessions with me. And so why not just make all of this available in the book? And I've definitely found that whether even private clients of mine are also really enjoying the book, but even people that I've actually never met, I've been so thrilled that as they've been reading the book and they've been sharing with me over social media or other ways, just the experiences and thoughts that they've been having from the book, it's exactly what I wanted them to have. It's almost like a cookbook of techniques. It's 9 of my favorite techniques. And so you can kind of go through the book and choose whichever ones are most relevant for you right now, whichever quote recipe you might like to try. Or you can certainly go through and check them all out and get ideas and inspiration for, techniques on issues that maybe you didn't even realize that there was a technique or that there was help for. So for me, again, as a psychologist, it was such a joy and such a pleasure to write this book, because I wanted to be able to share my techniques with everybody. But I eventually found that I was getting way too booked up. There was no way that I could possibly actually personally share my techniques with everybody through individual sessions. And so thank goodness that I was able to actually put them all in a book and share them. You can read the book, obviously. You can also listen to the book. I was really adamant with the publisher that we needed to have an audiobook version as well. Some people, of course, even do both. It's nice to take in the information with your eyes, but it's also nice to take in the information with your ears and just relax and, let somebody else tell you and explain it to you. I think as a psychologist, I think that when we're trying to learn new techniques and new behaviors, there's something really helpful about actually having a human voice and a human presence guide us and tell us, right? There's also, of course, something really special and wonderful about having everything nicely formatted and just given to us in an easy to read way, which I do love the book for that as well. So whether you choose to do the audiobook or the hardcover, Kindle, or some, multiple versions, whatever's best for you, I really do hope that you enjoy the book and I hope you'll review it, obviously. And I hope that you'll share with me about what you learned, what you liked the most, as well as if you have ideas, maybe things that you want to share with me that you think I should put in a future book, or that I should put into, workshops and classes around the book. As a psychologist, I love to connect with people. So I hope you'll check out the book. It's one of the ways that I have to connect with you. And then go ahead and share with me whatever your thoughts or ideas are as you read. I really would love to know. So thanks again. And I hope you enjoy Nervous Energy: Harness the Power of Your Anxiety from me, Dr. Chloe Carmichael.